Hi there, everyone. It is currently the evening of the 26th, going into the 27th of February 2013. And while Cyclone Rusty, you can see it here on the satellite picture. And it's actually the water vapor continuing to pick up moisture as it lingers just off the Pilbara coast here. Actually, Port Hedland right here. That is where the eye is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize you are getting some destructive winds here all along the Kimberley coast, 80-mile beach as well. Continuing to see a storm surge very likely on the ground. I haven't seen any exact reports coming out of here, but I did see some reports of already some power outages across the area. And just due to the stationary effect of this storm, we are definitely going to be seeing the risk of some flooding. I mean, taking a look at the visible/infrared imagery, you can see that eye here, that really strong eye wall continuing to circulate around it. Our current radar imagery is currently picking up on the eye wall here, and unlike other systems that have a forward movement, this one is not expected to make landfall until Wednesday evening. I'm currently making this in the evening or the late night hours here on Tuesday, so a very serious storm system indeed. Some of these outer rain bands also have very high CAPE levels, indicating the severity of some strong thunderstorms that are going to be kicking up here, and very well could even create some water spouts and tornadoes coming on shore. So definitely a very serious storm. I think everybody across this area already knows that, though, as it just continues to push these very high winds and waves on shore here. And this is actually the current outlook from the Bureau of Meteorology. Very stationary, really not making landfall until about 8 p.m. here on your Wednesday, just towards the east of Port Hedland. So that is the defining grace here. Now off towards Pardew, though, you're definitely going to be impacted by the Rainfall quadrant continuously here. Even Port Hedland, you're still going to be seeing that impact on the left side of the storm, but thank goodness it did not track here just towards the west of it, because it would be a totally different story. Definitely very, very dangerous if that did occur. And also what I've been seeing is some of these outer rain bands creating some very serious dust storms all along the highway that runs along the coast here, really reducing visibility. So traffic in the outer areas are away from the storm is also being disrupted. So definitely a very complex system, regardless of it being in a somewhat less populated area of Australia here, still has a very significant risk of doing some damage. Now, at least one of the saving graces, though, is that this area of Australia is somewhat used to having cyclones, although you very well are going to be seeing about a year's worth of rainfall in the next 24 to 48 hours across portions of Port Hedland and the surrounding areas. But this is where the storm is currently in the Tuesday evening, just off the coastline here. It really looks like it's about to make landfall. It's really hard to believe that it won't be for another 24 hours, because as we go into Tuesday night and then even into Wednesday morning, still just off the coastline. And the keynote is, as long as it stays over the water here, due to the way cyclones work, the warm core lows, they need that fuel. Even though half the storm is over land, it is still going to be intensifying and still going to be gathering some strength. And this is actually going through the early morning hours here on Wednesday, still lingering just off the shoreline. Then it finally starts to creep inland here, right between about noon and into the evening hours. But it's just a very slow movement, and if you are in an eye of this storm system, you very well could be in it for quite an extended period of time because of just a slow movement. So definitely a storm to take rather seriously. And then this is going into Wednesday, the evening, late evening hours and through the overnight hours. Finally continues to move inland, but still gathering moisture, so there's still that risk of flooding even after landfall. But the good news is that we're going to start to see an upper level trough towards the south pick it up, and this is actually on Thursday, finally getting on out of there. So let's rewind it, though. Take a look at not just the winds, but some of the rainfall that's going to be coming out of it. And this is just from the Euro model, showing that heavy rain up to about 2 to 3 centimeters every 3 hours here. Just an incredible amount of rain. I mean, 300 millimeters really just continuing to come down here. And once again, if we went back through the model, it just continues to go through. And I really trust the Euro model in the short term like this, a very high definition model. So definitely one that would be of good use for you if you are continuing to watch. So at this time, winds gusting up to 190 kilometers per hour. Very likely going to be seeing that as it makes landfall, even around 200 kilometers per hour. Very low likely around 06 UTC or into the evening hours here for you there in Australia. So definitely we're going to continue to watch this very closely. This is just the wind and that precipitation it just showed you. And like I mentioned, there's an upper level trough coming in from the south, and that's going to pick this up, and that is the key feature of this thing getting a move on. You can start to see it extending and hooking up with it here on Tuesday, but it's not until really Thursday that really starts to pick this up and shoot it down there towards the south, and this is on Thursday into the evening hours. Actually, if you rewind it a little bit, look into Wednesday, you can start to see it gathering with that trough, and then flip it over to the 300 millibars into the jet stream. Really, now you can see that trough starting to pull it towards the south. And up until now, there's not really many dynamics playing into the movement of this storm. Actually, let's continue to rewind to 300 millibar and take a look at where it is now. And you can see it is separated from that trough towards the south, and that is why it's just staying there. So a lot going in with the upper levels, and just kind of a lot of bad factors at the same time, and that's really what's playing key into this. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at WesternPacificWeather.com. I have not put a video update out on severe Cyclone Rusty just yet because our friends of Western Pacific Weather at 28 Storms and OZCYCLONECHASERS both have just been doing an absolutely fantastic job on this, and really no need. The only reason why I'm putting this out, I felt kind of left out, and I really want to help out and at least put my 2 cents into this. But you can also watch me every evening, Monday through Friday, at HK World. I am continuing to update you there, but I only get about a minute to really talk and can't get in quite as much detail. And also you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Western Pacific Weather. So thanks for watching, though, everybody. Stay safe out there, and I hope you have a great day.